So because I'm going through a number sequence, and because it's always written in numbers and codes, and because this is how the writing comes about, because I have the Holy Witness, I have Megan in the room and Daniel in the room, because I'm beginning again, and because it's a Sunday. I love Sundays, not only a day of rest, but they were a day of the original church, according to Christianity, or even churchianity. We're given a rest from a wheel on the seventh day. We rest. But it's also a time when people go to church. So my testimony was, I want to do a Sunday school. I want to teach and share the teachings as I know them of the prophet and the master, Yeshua by name. Go back all the way to the school of gnosis, knowledge, to the 13 Dead Sea Scrolls revealed before I was born in Nag Hammadi. The original encoded teachings, and the ones that 2,000 years ago walked through this land, through the mystery of Mary Magdalene, very well recorded here. And what I believe to be true, Yeshua himself, taking his druidic initiations. Is it true? We don't know, but it's a mystery to be discovered. So my anthem, my story begins with William Blake's poem, which I know so well because I used to sing it in school. And did those feet in ancient time walk upon England's mountains green? And was the holy Lamb of God on England's pleasant pastures seen? This choral work, which I believe wants to be recorded in a 4-part choral work, is our anthem. I want to honor William Blake as one of the great seers and visionaries who went before, one of the great mystics. There are a few, as you know, some great ones, great poets and bards. But I love this poem because it excites my cellular memory. Is it really true that Christ was here in Avalon and Glastonbury? Because if it's true, then the imprint of his story is left in the soil. That's how encodement works. In these very stones, they breathe the mystery, and the stone people record the mystery. The Celts and the Druids knew this. This is why they built stone star circles, recording intention in the land through the stones, the holy witnesses, since the beginning of time. And on this ley line, did the pilgrims walk through here? All questions worthy of the Grail, all worthy of Merlyn and students of mysteries. I want to know, I want to study, I want to devote my whole life to the quest. It's already been devoted on the inside. Now I want to devote it with each of you who comes by to discover how we can build a new template of equality, a new covenant for the people, from 7 root races, 7 great traditions, to 7 fruits of the great labor. How we can build the tree of one world unity in our sacred intention and in our daily lives. How we can live in a society of freedom based on creation and art, a sense of the sacred, a sense of ceremony, a sense of a greater purpose, a safe place and haven for the children, where we can live and exude the education from the spiritual, invisible world to the visible outer world in the cloak of the mother. This is what Merlyn wants. This is what a lot of people want. And the price is letting go of your old story and cleansing yourself, and making yourself worthy as an offering for the Grail. If you feel worthy, if you feel worthy to be a student, that's what the Grail quest heralds, knights and priestesses of the mystery. More noble quest at its best. So violet, the secret of violet, 7, the 7th ray, violet, ceremonial law and magic. 7th ray dispensation, Aquarius, ceremonial law and magic. All artists, musicians, business, finances, 7th ray and magic. What does it mean? The descension of the heavenly spiritual law into form down here. We're not ascending back to the spirit. We're descending the spirit into form while we ascend. So we're bringing the heavenly template down. And I am a 7th ray wizard. The 7th ray incorporates a great mystery tradition to do with the masters, the 7 masters of the 7 rays. Saint Germain Saint-Germain is the master of the 7th ray. El Moria, the master of the 1st ray. These are master templates behind the veil. You don't have to believe. This isn't about giving your homage to a belief system. This is just how the invisible world is set up. So we're going to honor alchemy, the great tradition of alchemy, the great esoteric traditions of how the panacea, the heal-all, how alchemists lived for 200 years in perfect bodies and discovered the code of longevity. What is that panacea? Well, in this incarnation, it's light and it's sound and it's language. You make it true by creating it in the field, by speaking it and witnessing it with each other. If you can get this piece of the covenant, you can create the seed of a new society. So it's all up to us. This is the teachings of alchemy. They're under Lord Merlyn Pendragon because I was writing endlessly. Archives of information and story to do with the Grail mystery and how it would work here. And after all those revelations, all those 13 scrolls that were revealed ardently in the 5th dimension, what was concealed was, it belongs to the people. It belongs to each person's voice. Each person coming forward and saying, I will serve something greater and lay down my burdens and purify myself before the altar. I will make a sacrifice. I will make sacred my body, my soul, and I will serve a higher principle. I will get out the way so that I'm a hollow bamboo. That's how the teachings work. You empty yourself, become a humble student to truth. There's no dogma here. I'm not interested in dogma. I'm not interested in religion. I'm interested in a way of life beyond strife. So, Lord Merlyn Pendragon, this voice, and what it's called in alchemy, the great work. What is the great work? The great work is transmuting, sublimation, purifying. And we're going to use sacred fire, the language of sacred fire, and your original desire. We're going to use everything that we've been given so far. And if you really want to study, it's a 24/7 course. I'm going to give it for free because it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to you. And we'll build the template of a new society of freedom, but each one will take responsibility to how they create. What are you really saying? That way we can witness with each other. And we're going to make a great film. We're going to document. So we're just doing the preliminary footage. The great work. You're invited to co-participate in the great work. So far beyond money. A contribution, giving, serving society. If you choose. That's the invitation from Merlyn. Oh.